Well, happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where we have lots of royalty in the studio, and we are so excited to have our Miss Vinton County royalty right here. And you all are the, Little Miss Vinton County royalty, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is exciting because you've had a fun year of representing Vinton County, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Would you go down the line and kind of introduce yourselves? Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Addison Prater. I'm your 2024 Little Miss Vinton County second attendant. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Molly Johnson. Your 2024 Little Miss Vinton County first attendant. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena Brooke Murphy. I'm your 2024 Little Miss Vinton County Queen. Thank you.
I think you girls have done that a time or two. Is that right? So tell us a little bit about yourselves. What grade will you be going into? Are you all the same age?
Yeah.
What grade's that?
We're going to be going to second.
To second grade.
The second.
Man, you're getting old. But you were telling me off the air that you go to different schools. So did you know each other ahead of time?
No.
No, but now you guys are friends, huh?
Yes.
Well, that's fun. Now you got to meet girlfriends that you'll have forever, huh? Cool. So tell us about some of the fun things that you've done. Each one of you, tell me what your favorite festival that you went to is this year.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin show?
Turkey festival.
Okay. All right.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, and why is that?
Because I get to see all the different kids and all the different cars
Okay.
and meet new friends.
And make new friends. Okay. Love that. What about the pumpkin show? Is it just because it's so big?
Yeah.
Did you have any good food there?
Yeah.
Did you eat pumpkin everything?
No.
No.
Did you eat anything with pumpkin in it?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
I can't remember.
Okay. So when you go to these fairs and festivals, what is the favorite food that you all got to eat?
Probably the fries.
That makes sense. Yeah? What do you think?
I don't know.
You don't like food?
I do. It's just I can't remember what I ate there.
Oh. Fair enough. What about you?
French fries.
French fries. Do you guys put the vinegar on them?
Nope.
You do?
I don't.
No. I don't know since when vinegar out of a Windex bottle tastes good, but it's like when fairs and festivals it does. So I guess it's not really a Windex bottle, but you know. So tell us, let's see, what do you have to do? So you have a festival coming up, 4th of July weekend, kind of a fun thing there in Vinton County. What will you all have to do?
So we're gonna be sitting up, and once we go around the one time, we're gonna switch it up, and the littles are gonna sit where the bigs are sitting. The bigs are gonna sit where the littles sit. Then we're gonna go again.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done
All right. And then you're done.
with the parade. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about the parade. So there is a parade. Okay. And, I know what I was going to ask you. Did you guys get to ride rides while you were queens at different festivals?
No.
No.
You didn't ride any rides?
No.
What kind of parents are you?
The ones that don't want to die.
Okay, I won't repeat that, but I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, okay. So if you got to ride a ride, what would it be? Do you like the scary rides, or do you like
No.
the?
I like the fun
Yeah.
rides.
I like scary rides.
Do
I like
ya?
fun rides.
Do they make you sick?
No.
No.
See, when I was your age, I didn't get sick either. Now I'm old and I do. So, well, tell me what, other than being royalty of Miss Vinton County, what are you girls doing this summer? What have you been doing since school's been out?
We have been doing.
Do you guys like to swim? What have you been doing?
I've been swimming.
I've been swimming too.
Been swimming?
Yeah.
Very good. And do you have any vacations planned? Anything fun?
Yeah.
Soon we're gonna try to go to someplace, but my mom is scared of the airplanes. So, yeah, that's a problem.
Okay.
We're going on vacation
Yes.
in one of the teens.
In one of the what?
Teens.
In one of the teens. 14 days. We're going to Florida. Okay, all right. That sounds fun. Are you going to go to the beach?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're thinking of going to the beach. I've gotta wait until my mom stops getting worried of the flight.
Have you been on an airplane before?
No,
And you're not scared of it?
I haven't.
Are you guys going to go on an airplane this time? Or are you
No,
driving?
We're driving.
Okay.
we're going on an airplane.
You're going to go on an airplane because you
want
said
to.
so. Because
I
you
want
want
to go on an airplane.
Mom? Who's mom?
Victoria.
Mom, get over it. This girl's going on an airplane. Mom's speechless over there. So what about you on the end? What are you doing this summer? Anything fun?
Softball.
Oh, you're going to play softball this summer. That
I
sounds
played
fun.
softball with her last year, but I didn't sign up for All Star.
You didn't?
No.
Yeah.
I play basketball.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I'll tell you what, it's good that you're starting early. Then you can be like, when you get older, you can be on those high school teams. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to tell our viewers while you're here other than we need to get your mom on that airplane? How are we going to do that?
I don't know.
Are you going to do it, Mom?
Yep. You're doing it.
She's pretty persuasive. I'm just saying. You gonna tell that no? Yes. Okay. I don't know that I could. Well, maybe your mom can drive and everyone else can go on an airplane. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be good. She would probably get road sick though.
I mean, there's that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, very good. Well, I'll tell you, I appreciate you all stopping by and saying hey. And what would you all say to the little girls that are going to try out to be the new Miss Vinton County, Little Miss Vinton County? What would you say to them? Do you have any advice for them?
Smile and wave.
Okay, that's good advice.
I'm thinking. I have a funny one, but I don't think my mom would let me put it on TV.
You just say it. Girlfriend, you just let it go.
Watch out for Mr. Corey!
Is that Mr. Corey over there? Well, he's laughing, so I don't think you're in too much trouble. Is Mr. Corey in charge of everything?
Yes.
Okay.
She gets threatened with Mr. Corey a lot.
Oh, you get threatened with Mr. Corey?
Yeah.
Are you the troublemaker of the group?
Yes.
Well, I can see that. All right. You have any advice, Queen?
They have fun.
Just have fun. Just be yourself and have some fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you girls get out of here because we do have the big queens waiting in the wings. But we want to thank you for representing Vinton County this year. I know that you girls had a lot of fun. Are you going to be sad to give up your crowns?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand. Well, I'll tell you what. We have a message or two, and then we're going to switch out our queens. Thank you for talking with us today, and we'll be right back.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back with our Miss Vinton County royalty. Welcome. Well, we're so happy to have you here. And so tell everybody who you are, and then we can talk about what's going to be going on this coming, next weekend, I guess it is.
Hello, everyone. My name is Castellyn Carty, and I'm your 2024 Miss Vinton County second attendant. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Regan Johnson, and I'm your 2024 Miss Vinton County first attendant.
Hello, everyone. My name is Layla Hazlip, and I'm your 2024 Miss Vinton County Queen.
Very good. So thank you for that. Again, I think you've done that a time or two.
Yes.
And you were saying that one of the little ones is your sister, right?
Yeah, the little Miss first attendant's my sister.
Oh, that's so cute. Very good. Oh, she's over there smiling. She's looking ornery now. I don't know. Is she ornery?
Yeah, she's really bad.
She's really bad.
She said you're bad. Is she bad?
Yeah, she says Daddy and D
We're not going to repeat that either. So, wow, we've learned a lot this morning. A lot of this we can't repeat, so it's fine. I love this, out of the mouths of babes. So tell us a little bit about some of the fun things that you girls have gotten to do this year, representing Vinton County.
Oh, yeah. Some of the fun things we got to do was traveling to all the festivals and parades and luncheons. Getting to meet new people, and just seeing all the other types of festivals that are around Ohio.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was really fun traveling and going to different places and being able to really just try new food and see different people, different courts, and just meet different people.
Okay.
Like they've said, going to festivals and stuff, and there was a lot of festivals that like I didn't know were a thing until I went around and traveled to them.
What was what was a surprising one that you're like, oh, I didn't know that existed?
Wellston, Ohio.
I didn't know about Ohio. Wait, you didn't know the Ohio festival?
The festival.
I don't know.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's also what I kidnapped you.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, no, that's okay. Now you know.
Yeah.
So what was the favorite fair and festival that you went to this year?
Mine was probably Pumpkin Show.
Yeah? That seems to be a theme.
It's the largest festival, so I think it has the most, is why it is usually the favorite.
Yeah.
Because that one's my favorite too.
I liked pumpkin.
Okay. Did you get to eat anything pumpkin related?
I actually don't like pumpkin. I just like the food that was there, though.
I had a deep fried cupcake.
Well, deep fried anything is good.
It wasn't pumpkin, but it was like s'mores or something like that.
Nice.
The
Love that.
pumpkin waffles, like the sugar waffles.
So that
So
is
good.
what I've heard, that those are so good, but I've never gotten to try that. So if you ever snag any, give me one. Yeah. Okay, well, very good. So did you guys get to ride rides or do anything fun?
No.
No, we all wanted to go home.
Yeah, it's a
Very
lot. I
tired
get
and
that.
their feet hurt.
Yes,
wanted the
I
food.
understand. It's hard work being royalty. What is there anything funny that happened to you all this year?
There was plenty.
There was lots of things that happened.
Hattie always kept us on our toes. So
I would say so. Yep. Guilty as charged, aren't you? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like grin.
Off the top of my head, we went to like the Littles Turkey Festival luncheon, and we all went in Allie's car, and then Layla was in a car seat. There was no other.
Did you break your crown too? Yeah.
Yeah, I think didn't both of us break it, or was it just me?
It was just you. Mine's loose now, but
I just hit my head off the window. That was all.
Oh yeah, there's a video of it.
it was a very fun trip.
Well, that's good. I had one queen say that a bird got him, so yeah, that was really good.
That did happen at Turkey Fest. In the back of my dress, the very bottom.
Yeah, that did.
A bird got you?
Mm-hmm. And it was downpouring as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
It was just all around bad time, wasn't it? Even though we love the Turkey Festival, right? Did you get to go to the turkey drop?
It was actually my turkey.
You have a famous turkey.
Yeah.
Nice. You have a famous turkey. Okay. Very good.
We have a lot of different animals, and I don't know how we ended up having the turkey, but I mean, we had the turkey. I don't know how it ended up being our turkey that got
picked to do the drop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the backstory of it, but
hey, it was there. All right. So tell us a little bit about, not this weekend, but 4th of July weekend, obviously, you all have a lot of stuff going on there in Vinton County, so including the pageants for the new queens and little queens. So tell us a little bit about some of the stuff going on.
Okay, so Friday we will have the parade, and then after the parade we'll have the alumni flag football game at the old high school. And then Saturday, during the day, there will be like different sporting events, like, I don't know.
Did you say a volleyball tournament?
Yeah,
Okay.
volleyball.
and a football game.
The football game is
Friday,
Friday. Volleyball on Saturday. And then there's a few other things. And then Saturday night is the Bigs pageant, where the new queen and court will get crowned. And then Sunday is Kids Day and also the Littles pageant and the baby contest. And then all weekend from Friday to Sunday there will be food trucks and everything.
And this is up at the new high school?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And do you all have fireworks?
We'll have fireworks on Saturday night after the Bigs pageant. It'll go Bigs pageant, a band, fireworks.
Cool. So if people want to come watch the pageant, can they do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's open to the public?
Yep.
Okay. Does it cost anything to get in?
$5.
$5. Okay. Very good. All right. And what do you guys have to do to participate in it?
We have speeches. We have to say our speeches. We have to crown the new queens, and we have to. What else do we have to do? Oh, we're in a parade.
There's a parade.
And we'll do our final walk.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Are you guys going to cry? Are you going to be sad? Or
I don't like crying in front of people, so no.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I probably won't cry. I'll probably cry at the Littles.
Aw. Well, very good. So you'll have to do kind of your farewell speeches and all that stuff. So what would you like to say to people that are going to try out? Like, do you have any advice for them? Because obviously you did well in the pageant, or you wouldn't be here sitting.
Not be nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not near as scary as you think it is.
Honestly, my biggest thing is just be yourself. Honestly, don't try to change who you are to try to win, because the judges will try to see through that. Just be yourself. Try to stay calm. We'll all be back there to help if they start to get nervous. We'll try our best to help calm people down.
Sure. Well, you've been there and done that, so you understand what it's like.
Yes, it is very overwhelming, but at the same time, it's like a good overwhelming. Like, I don't know. When I got my name or my number called, I was like, wait a minute. I was number 5.
You're like, what? She said, what?
When they called me, I sat there for a minute, and someone else had to tell me that they called my number. I was very confused.
Well, for the second when they called me, I started clapping, and I was like, oh, wait, that's me.
Oh, my God.
Very much of a shock.
You girls are a hoot. Oh, man. Well, very good. Well, is there anything else you wanted to tell our viewers while you're here?
I hope to see you all there.
Yeah, come on out. There's lots going on there in Vinton County, and so the sports tournaments. Can you sign up that day, or how does that work?
Yeah, all the info is on our Facebook.
Okay, and what's the Facebook page?
The Athletic Boosters, Vinton County Athletic.
Vinton County Athletic Boosters Facebook page. Okay,
Yes. Yep.
and that's who's kind of putting on this shindig, right?
Yep.
Okay, very cool. All right, well, you girls, thank you for spending your morning with us. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, anytime. And we will be back, so says Adrian, after a message or two. And our good friend Caitlin is back from Lake Hope. There she is. And she's waiting in the wings. So we're going to find out some of the fun stuff that they have coming up, which is a lot. So we'll be right back.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, The Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
All right, and we are back with Caitlin, who is the naturalist at Lake Hope, and you've been here a time or two, so we want to welcome you back. It's always fun to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Anytime, because you all do so much up at Lake Hope, and, you know, 'tis the season for a lot of fun stuff to be done. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you just kind of talk about whatever you want to talk about. I mean, we are a little mad and jealous that neither one of us have tiaras.
Yeah.
And sashes.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little underdressed right now.
You should be the Lake Hope queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should start it.
We should. Mm-hmm. We could like kayak and with our tiaras. It'd be great. Hike with tiaras.
Like a wooden crown or something with flowers maybe.
Yeah, we could. Yes, I love that.
Yes, that's fun.
Fun. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, like you said, we have a lot going on. I'll start off with a little bit about what's going on this weekend. This afternoon, actually, we have a creeking program at 4:30. And then my counterpart, Nicole, she's going to be leading a forest bathing program tonight at 7 p.m. And
a what?
Forest bathing.
All right, back up.
Let's talk about that. So forest bathing is a mindful sort of meditative practice where you keep your clothes on and you don't have to go in the water.
I'm starting to follow you a little bit. Okay.
So it's just going out into nature with the intention of sort of disconnecting from, technology and kind of getting in tune with textures and colors and your senses and how you're feeling out in nature. Just, again, being very mindful, sort of a meditative practice.
That sounds dreamy.
It's very relaxing, and she's very good at it. She's actually certified through a national organization, and I've done it with her before a couple times, and so she is now doing it for the public throughout the summertime, probably into the fall too.
Fun.
So that'll be tonight at 7. You can find more information on odnr.gov's website. Just look up Lake Hope State Park.
Okay. And where do you go for that?
I'm trying to think of where that starts. I think it's over at our shelter house. Is where she's going to start at. So, But that's really a fun one. And then tomorrow,
Is that free of charge?
Yes, all of our programs are free.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something to take advantage of with all of our programs for sure.
I mean, I'm just going to tell you, I want to forest bathe every day of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She usually ends with a tea ceremony too. So, you're welcome to share anything that you felt or anything that you observed. You don't have to. Then she usually does a tea ceremony with some sort of ingredient that was there on the trail, like a spice bush or pine or something.
Okay.
So you take a little bit from the earth there, and then you usually give back to the earth. Or she'll give a little bit of tea to the area as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's deeply rooted in Japanese culture, so it's called Shinrin-yoku in Japan.
Okay.
But we call it forest bathing.
Yeah, that's easier to remember.
Yeah. So that's today, and then tomorrow we have a service project that's happening. Hopefully, if we don't have any rain, stilt grass removal. Japanese stilt grass is a non-native invasive species. It's a plant, a grass. It's very easy to pull out of the ground, and now is the time to do it. So we have a couple spots on the park that we're going to hit tomorrow, and if people want to join us, take out some aggression, rip some plants out of the ground that aren't supposed to be there, that outcompete our beautiful native plants, feel free to join me.
That sounds amazing as well.
Yeah.
How does a non-native plant get here? Like, how does that happen?
A lot of times non-native species, whether they're plants, if they're birds or insects or other animals, oftentimes they just are stowaways on ships in cargo containers or in wooden pallets. A lot of times things are introduced and we don't know the negative impacts until we're far enough along that we see, they're spreading and they're out competing.
I got you.
Yeah, so things like honeysuckle, that's a non-native invasive species. Multiflora rose is another one.
Yeah.
And those Multiflora rose specifically in the 60s was planted as erosion control and
fencing,
wasn't it? Fencing and building the habitat for those animals that like sort of that dense shrubbiness.
Until you have to contend with it, and then it ceases to be cute.
Yes.
I understand. Yeah, when we bought our property, we had a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a whole slew of different invasive species. The Japanese stilt grass is one.
Okay.
And it's something easy, like I said, that you can pull out of the ground. And it's really satisfying when you spend a little bit of time and then you look back at the after picture, if you will, and you see what the impact is. So that's going to be at 9:00 tomorrow.
Okay. And where do you go for that?
It's a little kind of tricky to figure out where, but if you're familiar with the park, you can look up the map also on our website. It's near our Lake Ridge camping area, our group camp area. It's on the back side of the lake. We're going to meet there at that entrance, and then we're going to walk over to Yosemite Ridge Trail, and there's a spot on that trail that we're going to pick up.
And do you need to bring anything with you?
If you want to bring your own gloves, you can. But I will also have some gloves and trash bags that people can utilize as well if they come and help us out.
Awesome.
So that's at 9 tomorrow. And then we have...
Come yank some plants out of the ground.
Yes,
That's great.
Please help us.
Yes.
We also have a nature journaling program tomorrow afternoon. We have I can't remember what else. Let me look. Let me just reference real quick. Oh, clay. We're playing with clay tomorrow.
Okay, that sounds fun.
I'm talking about the geology of the area at the Nature Center at 12:30. And so I'll talk about the rock strata and how different rocks in the cake layer of ground underneath of us is created, and one of those is clay.
Okay.
And then we have clay that you can get to manipulate and create something with.
Yeah, if you've ever built anything around here, you understand that we have a lot of clay.
Yes.
My good friend who was a construction guy, he used to call it yellow dirt. But if you're going to build a foundation, yellow dirt is good.
Okay.
Because it's
Solid.
Yeah, it's solid. Yeah. So you want yellow dirt
Yes.
if you want to build something on it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. But it is a pain if you're trying to plant things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watering things, it just runs right off.
Or it lays as a pool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, stilt grass removal.
No, that's fun.
Clay creations, and then nature journaling is at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
And what's that?
Nature journaling is also kind of relaxed, slow-paced. You get prompts from Nicole. She's going to lead that one too. You'll get to make your own little journal out of recycled paper, and then you can doodle in it, or you can, think of something that you're seeing, observing in nature, and you can write something down. So she has a lot of prompts planned for that.
Okay.
And again, it's just more of a meditative practice too, and just kind of like relaxing while you're out there, because sometimes people don't know what to do in nature, so we're just giving them ideas.
That makes total sense. It doesn't make sense that we don't know what to do in nature. We should just be, but we're all so high-strung now that it's just, you don't know. You feel like you should be doing something.
Yeah. It's nice just to set aside the time for yourself to not do anything. Really, just relax.
Yeah. Well, very good. That sounds like a ton of fun. Love that. So now what do you do in case of rain? Because this rain and prediction of rain is really on my last nerve. Because like last night, we canceled an event at the tap room, a dog event, again, because it was supposed to storm and nothing happened. Nothing.
Yeah.
And then you look like a big boob.
Yeah.
But if it is raining, what?
So if it's just lightly raining, I don't cancel.
Okay.
If we start to get high winds, if we get thunderstorms, something that's dangerous, inclement, then I usually try and get that information out on Facebook as soon as possible.
Okay, so check that Facebook page.
Yeah.
What is the Facebook?
It's just Lake Hope State Park.
Okay.
You can look that up on Facebook, and you'll see our page right there.
Gotcha.
So I'm hoping that
we're going to go for it's going to be fine.
Yeah. I mean, the nature journaling and the clay program, we have the option, because those are both at the nature center, that we can just do it inside.
Sure.
But something like the stilt grass removal or creaking, that's hard to
you got to get out and about for that.
Yeah, for sure. So the other thing I'm really excited about, this time of year, we are starting our ruby-throated hummingbird hand feeding programs.
So you get to feed a hummingbird?
You get to try.
They're so sweet.
They are. And I brought a picture if our viewers are not familiar with what a hummingbird looks like. This is I didn't think about the green. Look at that. This is a male ruby-throated hummingbird. It's the only hummingbird in the eastern United States. 99.9% of the time. We have some migrants that kind of come through, usually in the fall. But these are the ones that are, thank you for that up close picture. These are the ones that we will see buzzing around the nature center. We have 12 feeders out right now.
So, but they're not that, I mean,
no,
it looks
they're not that big
in the picture, but they're small. They're tiny little.
Yeah, they have maybe like a 3.5-inch wingspan.
Yeah, they're so cute.
They're teeny tiny. And sometimes that ruby throat, what they're named for, looks black. That's because they don't have any pigment in those feathers. It's actually the refraction of light in the feathers. It's an iridescent quality.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. And then this is the female. Looks a lot different. Thank you for the close-up.
Yes, she does look different.
So she doesn't have that beard, if you will, the throat patch called the gorget. She's white all the way down. So if you see one that looks like this, it's the same species.
Just the girl version.
The girl version. Yeah. Or this time of year we have juveniles and they look just like mom.
Oh, until they get a little older.
Until they start migrating in the fall.
So let me ask you this, because this happens all year long, and to me, hummingbirds in the garage.
Yeah.
And they just bounce off the ceiling. They won't fly down.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband and I, because I won't shut up until the hummingbird is safe from the garage, because I just feel for them. I just think they have to be so scared. And so anyway, a lot of times, unfortunately, you have to kind of wait till they get tired, and they will finally kind of chill out, and you can get them on a broom or something and kind of. But I bought, so he thinks I'm crazy, but I bought a net. Is that okay to try to catch them in? I haven't tried it yet. It's like a little butterfly kind of net thing. Is that bad?
It's funny that you say that, because I have had them accidentally go into the nature center, and we have really tall ceilings in there.
You're not
too.
getting them out.
Yeah, and so I used a butterfly net to get one out before. It's fine enough mesh that it's not really gonna mess up their wings.
That's what I was
too
scared
much.
of. I thought I'd ask you before I used it.
Yeah, I think you're fine. Usually when they're coming into a garage, they're very curious about things that are red, which we'll talk about when I talk about feeding.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people have like a ball on a string that they can pull the garage
opener
down. Yeah. Or maybe like a red light on there. So they'll go in thinking, oh, maybe that's something to eat.
That's why hummingbird feeders are red.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes total sense.
So they're going in to investigate, and then they can't figure out how to get out, or maybe you come in after they do, and they get scared and they go in further, which is what happened at the nature center. I walked in, I didn't know she was right there. So if you can eliminate those colors, like especially the pull downs that are like very obvious right there in the middle of the garage, that'll help a little bit.
Just wrap some duct tape around it or something.
Yeah, you could spray paint it. You could put something on it to camouflage it. Yeah, because you don't care what color it is, but they do.
Okay. So they are looking. They see that red and they're like, oh,
yeah,
fun.
that might be something to eat. I've had them do it to like tail lights on cars or people's shoes, like a Nike swoosh that's red. They'll go clear to the ground and they'll investigate that. I've had people that have like Hawaiian shirts on, and they think that the flowers are, possibility of feeding off of.
I mean, they feed from flowers, so I mean, it makes sense.
It definitely makes perfect sense. So, but if they do get in there, a fine mesh net, if you can get that high, would not be bad.
Listen, it's better than my cat getting hold of.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Which also is in the garage.
Yeah.
Some.
You could also, I've moved the hummingbird feeders to like just outside of the garage.
Okay.
So they'll come down out of the garage to feed off of the feeder. And then hopefully they'll, you can either walk through the garage the opposite direction and kind of push them out, and that'll help too sometimes.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a little less
just
invasive.
like a dog, private with food, right?
Yeah, it works.
Or humans.
They have to eat every 8 to 10 minutes. So
do they really?
Yeah, they eat all the time.
It's because they're just all the time, right?
Everything is going very fast. Their heart is beating up to 2,000 times a minute. They're taking, 200 times a minute, and then their respiratory rate is really, really high. Metabolism is through the roof. So yeah, they have to constantly be upkeeping the body with sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to place at your home hummingbird feeders outside to help them out.
Yeah.
And then to enjoy them as well. What's the best way to do that? Are they better to hang? Are they better to be lower to the ground? What's the best thing to feed a hummingbird?
So I always start with, if you can, plant native flowers that they have co-evolved with to feed on. So something tubular shaped, something red or warm in color. So something like a trumpet vine, cardinal flower, wild columbine. Planting those things in your garden is going to help the hummingbirds, but it's also going to help, everybody else, all the insects kind of building up the ecosystem from there. Now, you could also supplement with feeders, and a lot of people do. You want to realize, though, that those are going to be a time commitment. You need to clean them regularly. So especially with these hot temperatures that we've had, putting a little bit of feed in there and then cleaning them every day, making sure that's fresh for them is the best thing. But hanging them at least 4 feet off the ground is best. So, cats or other predators can't get to them.
Okay.
And then it doesn't really matter about sunny or shady spots. Of course, they'll get warmer in the sun than they will in the shade. So if you have a shady spot, that's nice.
Okay.
But yeah, and the sugar itself that you want to feed with is 1 part sugar. That's just the granulated sugar, white table sugar, to 4 parts water. And that's it. That's it. You can make your own, bulk, put it in the fridge for 10 days.
Okay.
Clean and refresh, every other day if we're, in like the mid 80s. Anything hotter would be every day.
Okay.
And then that's what we use for our hand feeding program.
All right, let's get back to that.
Let's do that. Let's talk about that. So instead of the really big feeders that we have that hold 2 cups, everybody on our, and this is green also.
Oh, it is green. It's a little, think of it as a test tube.
Yeah, this
little test tube looking thing.
It's a water pick is what it is, a florist tube.
Okay.
And it is green, that's why it's hiding on camera. But we do have this red pipe cleaner that we've attached to the top. And we fill it with that 1 part sugar to 4 parts water solution that mimics natural nectar, about a 25% sugar solution. And this is going to attract them to the little hand feeders. So they will come in, if you're lucky. And they will hover and feed off of the end of this tube. There's a little tiny hole. And you can sometimes even see their long tongue flick in and out very, very quickly, almost like a tattoo gun is how I describe it. I don't have any tattoos, but that's how quick it goes in and out. And they'll feed off of the tube or maybe the tube next to you or somebody across the way if you guys get lucky. So, they're wild creatures. They are somewhat habituated to humans being at the nature center doing the hand feeding program.
Sure.
Because I think this is our 22nd year doing it at Lake Hope. But they're still wild creatures, so they decide whether you're a safe person to be around. If you're moving all over the place and you're twitching and or you hold up your camera when it comes, they don't like that. They don't like movement. You got to hold really still. They don't mind a little bit of sound, but it's better to be kind of quiet and calm.
I would guess people's nature, their personalities, they would be attracted to certain people versus other people.
They might be.
Because some of us are high strung and other people are more chill.
Yeah. I like to tell people during the beginning of the program when I'm giving them tips and tricks on how to lure them in, is you just pretend like you're a flower. So if you have trouble sitting still for, we'll say 10, 15 minutes or more, you can certainly try it. And I've been really impressed by some people, especially kids, that seem like they're not going to be able to hold still at all. And then they're just so glued to it, or they see somebody else feed them and they're determined to sit as still as possible, like a little statue. So It's one of my favorite programs, and we are going to be doing it every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting next week. So we only do it in July and August.
Okay.
And it will be on those 4 days from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Nature Center.
Okay.
And that's free again.
Okay.
It's rain or shine. We have a little overhang at the Nature Center, and sometimes when it's raining, they actually feed a little bit heavier. So that's going to be happening for the rest of the summertime.
Fun.
And it's one of my favorite programs. I sit out there with everybody else too with the little tube, and I try and get one.
Here, hummingbird. Is there like a hummingbird call? You know, like there's a turkey call. Is there a hummingbird call?
No, it seems like they yell at each other a lot, or they yell at me like little chirps.
They do. I've noticed when they get into the garage, they'll chirp at you.
Yes, they're really good at communicating.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Love that. Thank you for all that you do. This is so neat.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of hummingbirds, one more quick thing.
Yeah.
We have an annual event on July 12th where we have an ornithologist come. That's a person that studies birds. And he comes down from Michigan, and he has all the state and federal permits to ban hummingbirds. So he creates little unique ID bracelets, and he'll capture the hummingbirds that are at the Nature Center, and he will take a lot of measurements and upload all that information into a database after he puts on that ID bracelet. And that's how we know so much information about hummingbirds, where they migrate to, how long they can live, etc. So that'll be happening at the Nature Center July 12th. He's going to do a presentation at 8:30 a.m. Cool. And then the banding will start around 10. That is weather dependent. So he'll do the presentation, and if it's raining at all, he won't be able to band. Okay. But he is an absolute fantastic presenter, and he is so knowledgeable. And it is definitely worth coming out and checking that out and listening to him speak.
That sounds like a blast.
Yeah. So.
And you can bring your kids too?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I will have my kids there that day.
They would love that, yeah. I would think that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very good. Is there anything else while you're here?
I don't know. I feel like that's enough, right?
Yeah, we never have trouble talking about all the fun things that you have going on. Again, where do people find kind of the schedules if they can't keep track of all the stuff we talked about today?
So you can go on odnr.gov and just do a search for Lake Hope State Park. We have all of our programs listed there. And then I also have our programs pinned to our Facebook page at the top.
Okay.
Lake Hope State Park on Facebook. So
very good.
Mm-hmm.
And you can participate in all of this stuff for free.
For free.
Yay. Mm-hmm. All right. We'll come back soon.
I will.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what, Pete Wilson's waiting in the wings to do some news. So we do have another message or so, and we'll be back right after this.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back with Pete Wilson in the house. What's going on, Pete?
Well, we kind of have a lot of breaking news to report, and I would certainly want to thank our Telegram multimedia journalist, Jeremiah Shaver. He's been real busy this morning, late last night, and also following up on another thing that we reported earlier, a fire earlier in the week. So we have some really fresh news to report, and some of you who may have been out or get Nixle alerts may be aware that there was something going on. But the first thing I want to tell you about was this morning, and I'm so happy that Jeremiah Shaver woke up early this morning, earlier than he normally would have to come to work. But since he was up, He knew something was going on, and he went out and chased it. And so, therefore, we have some information that we, at least partial information, and we hope to get more. And we do have, for our TV audience, a video and some photos. And
Okay.
before you tee that up, Adrian, I'll just preface it by telling you what happened. This happened just in town or maybe outside town. I'm not sure how the corporation limit works, but it was on State Route 32 where the 93 overpass is. That's 93 overpass. That would be Main Street. So there was a very tall storage tank semi truck that was going under the underpass. Well, guess what? It was too tall for the underpass. And the storage tank, or at least one of the storage tanks, hit that overpass.
Oh, no.
And it resulted in concern about the structure of the overpass. As a result, one lane of State Route 32 was closed, and we received initial information that up high, the 93 overpass was closed, but when Jeremiah got there, which was pretty early after this happened, it was open.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to roll the video first, Adrian, we'll show you what this looked like. This is what Jeremiah recorded. This was shortly after 5:30 this morning.
Oh, my. Okay.
That it's just a little too tall there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and transition to the photos. That would be good.
You can put us on, Adrian. Are we on? Okay.
Okay, there is
Whoa.
it is a huge storage tank there. And
That is crazy.
we've not received a report from the Highway Patrol. We figure that they are probably investigating this crash, one vehicle crash, unusual between the storage tank and the overpass. That was the two particulars. But Fire Chief Kyle Hickey, the newly appointed Jackson Fire Chief who was on the scene, was good enough to give us some information, also sent us some photos that we could use. I think this is Jeremiah's photos. But he told Jeremiah at the scene that an overheight load damaged the overpass. The truck was not properly permitted and operating outside of legal oversized load hours. Now, the one good thing about it is there were no injuries. The fire department did shut down the one lane on 32 due to what was believed to be some damage to, the overpass. ODOT has bridge engineers coming from Columbus to inspect the damage to see if the bridge can be opened. So once again, that is the overpass, 93 above, 32 below. We hope to have more information on that, but that was some visuals for you. That video, which is on the Telegram Facebook page, and also on the Jeremiah Shaver Telegram News Facebook page, has received quite a lot of views. A lot of people have probably saw it and interested in what's going on there.
Somebody's in trouble, Pete.
Absolutely. So we hope to get that information from the Highway Patrol. Well, last night, Jeremiah was out covering something a little different, a Wellston City Council meeting. Okay, he did that on his way back into town here in Jackson, because he lives here in Jackson. He had to go to Kroger first, that's kind of an aside, but that took him right by the Wendy's restaurant there on Main Street at the corner of Main and South. And there was something going on there that he covered for us. There were some people outside the store, and as it turned out, some of the workers that were working in there at that time, this was about 8:50 p.m. When this happened, some workers got sick and they thought they smelled gas, which of course is not a good thing. You want to get out because it's not good to smell gas, and they're fire danger perhaps. So they were outside. EMS came to the scene. The fire department came to the scene. I'm guessing that the police department was also at the scene. Do we have pictures on that, Adrian? Go ahead and put those up, and I'll keep talking. But once again, this is at Wendy's at 480 East Main Street. Jackson Fire Chief Kyle Hickey was working last night too. The fire department was there. He said that workers had had started to become sick and were evacuated from the building, which you figure would happen, and that they had smelled natural gas. Upon arrival, the fire department turned off the gas to be safe. Air monitoring was all negative when they tested that. One worker, however, was transported to the hospital by Jackson County EMS. Columbia Gas, who is the natural gas provider, came to the scene, tested the system. The crews did find a small leak outside downstream from Wendy's, where there was a small leak. Wendy's remained closed last night while all this was going on. I think they do stay open late now, but it did not open last night. And as of this morning, it is still closed while they try to determine that it's safe to be back in operation.
Sure. Okay.
They are going to do a leak check. Columbia Gas will be doing a leak check if they haven't already. But we just called just before we went on the air here, and a Wendy's employee said that they had not yet reopened, and they're not sure when they are. I'm sure they'll try to do it as soon as possible. Could be any time, but as of right now, it remains closed. All right, one other thing we want to tell you. We told you about a fire on Monday down in the Oak Hill area on French Road, a pretty serious structure fire. We want to thank Oak Hill Fire Chief Jeff Hefty, who's a busy guy. He's an arson investigator as well as the fire chief for Madison Jefferson. He was able to get us some more details beyond what we initially knew. We do have a photo of that, Adrian, if you want to put that up. This is the French Road fire. That's 68 French Road. That is south of Oak Hill. You can see, I mean, the structure is intact, but you can see the fire damage there.
Yeah.
At a glance, this was a double wide. The property was occupied by Devin Crabtree and owned by Karen White. The Madison Jefferson Department was on the scene at 8:43 a.m. Monday morning. It was a very anxious call at first because there was a call that there could be possible entrapment, meaning that somebody was inside when the fire was raging. Firefighters responded along with the South Webster Fire Department and the Jackson Fire Department and the Hamilton Township Fire Department. Persons on the scene advised that everyone was out of the residence. There was no entrapment. And they did a search to make sure. One occupant was transported to the hospital for evaluation. Fire was extinguished on the scene without any more injuries or incident. The firefighters were on the scene for just about 3 hours. The state fire marshal's office was contacted to assist in determining the origin and cause of the fire. And that wrapped up at about 11:30 a.m. Monday. So we had a report in Wednesday's paper that there was a fire, where it was and like that, but we didn't have any names or a lot of details. So we'll be following up on that on our other media, the radio, as well as the paper. Okay, really quickly, because we're running out of time because of all this breaking news.
Yeah.
But I do want to tell you that the initial reports that we're getting from Jeff Strasser is that our Jackson High School bass fishing team is doing well.
Yes.
The team of the Saunderses, that's a brother-sister team, did very well in their division. And a lot of the other teams representing Jackson High School had personal records as well. And that this is a competition that will go into Sunday. So we'll be following that and see how they do.
That's super cool.
Some other events going on this weekend. There's a lot of them. There's a Walk to Remember at Manpower Park at 10 a.m. Saturday. The walk will begin at Manpower Park. I'm not exactly sure what the route is, but this is a Walk to Remember Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Walk. For the women and the families, who have lost their child in the pregnancy period, which is so tragic. But there will be a memorial ceremony. There'll be a networking there. Other people who've been through this, resources to help families through this. This is something that I'm not sure has happened before, but it is all set. All proceeds from the event, because you can make donations and register for cost things. All those proceeds will be used to continue to create care packages for these affected families. Jaffe, the Jackson Area Festival and Events Group, will be doing their June food giveaway. They always do it on the last Saturday of the months they do it. They do it through most of the year for the warm weather months. It will be located there at the Jaffe office, which is located on McCarty Lane across from the side entrance to Walmart. It will go from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is free. All attendees must have a valid ID. No more than 2 families per vehicle, with a representative from each family in the vehicle. They will have frozen products, various canned and bagged foods, boxed food products, fresh fruit and vegetables, and other items. Jaffe loves doing this with the community. They only ask that if you're in those lines, because there's a lot of traffic out there,
Yep.
and if you're in the lines, there's a lot of participation. Please be patient. They will service you. All right. Also, the Jackson Farmers Market is going to start. A lot of people are interested in that. It starts tomorrow at the location right across Harding Avenue.
Nice.
Right across Harding Avenue from the Eddie Jones Park. It will kick off at 9 a.m. and go till 1 p.m. It will go pretty much through most of September, or at least to the Apple Festival. I don't know whether they'll go past that or not, but I understand that they have 30 vendors set up. That is more than usual if
Yes,
my
it
memory
is. That's
is correct.
awesome.
And guess what? The Good Shepherd Wesleyan Church in CLA, not sure if it's one or both, of course they're connected because CLA is a program of the Good Shepherd Wesleyan Church. They're going to be there to do free, they're going to be grilling, and they're going to have free breakfast and lunches for people who come to the farmers market. So you
Sweet.
can get food hot, and you can get fresh vegetables
Love
to do
that.
your own cooking. How about that?
Love it.
So that is tomorrow as well, and they will start at 9 a.m. The Summer Bike Day, of course, will be going on right across the street.
Yes.
About the same time from the farmers market. That's Jackson County Ford. This is the second year they've done that. Of course, I know we had some coverage earlier in the week on Main Street TV, but that is open to everybody, and it starts at 9 a.m., doesn't cost you a thing. The idea is to get some recreation and see Jackson County.
Yep.
They're promoting recreation. If you don't have a bike, no problem. They will have some extra bikes. Just get there early, and I think they'll have helmets and all like that to make it safe. It's a 5K, and the idea is to do it as a group. But if you want to go off on your own, I don't think they'll keep you from doing that.
I don't think so.
Today, the Chamber of Commerce is having their annual golf outing. It is taking place, it's probably already underway out at Franklin Valley Golf Course, so good luck to them. It looks like the weather's going to hold up for them. And this is a big one. This is a lot going on in Zaleski tomorrow. The Zaleski United Methodist Church will have its big yard sale. They do it in conjunction with the Zaleski Volunteer Fire Department Fireman's Festival. This is the 5th year for the Fireman's Festival, and it keeps getting bigger every year. The yard sale by the church will be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., so that will be part of the Fireman's Festival. The Fireman's Festival, which will be at the Zaleski Park on Mill Street, it will start at 11 a.m. with food service. The festival will go through 5 p.m. They'll have a fireman's water battle, cornhole tournament, tug of war, a fireman's obstacle course, flea market, kids carnival, games, fireman's training, and antique power show. So it's really got to be a big thing. And Zaleski truly is. And all that benefits the Zaleski Volunteer Fire Department. But it sounds like to me another benefit is a fun thing for the community.
Sure.
And obviously, Zaleski welcomes everybody to come in. You don't have to be from Zaleski to enjoy that.
You got it. Liv just handed me a note that says Nick and Lakin won the State of Ohio division at the Bass Fishing Tournament.
I knew they did something good. On a glance, I checked last night. Jeff Strasser had posted that. Check out the Jackson High School Bass Fishing Facebook page.
Yep, they're keeping it updated.
They're in Oklahoma, so it's a long distance communication, but he is keeping us in contact on that. But there's a large contingent of Jackson High School fishermen
cool.
there. But that's a brother-sister team.
Yeah.
And there's different categories of competition there. There's more than one thing that they're competing for, different divisions. But that brother-sister pair did do very well in that competition yesterday.
Love it. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you so much, Pete, for stopping by. And we hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Continue to stay cool as much as you can. Keep hydrated. And I think next week, hopefully, this weather is going to break a little bit. So we will see you right back here on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.